All right, hello everybody. We're going to be watching Let's Game It Out. They asked for a factory. I built them a chaotic nightmare. Arknights endfield. So, we all know Let's Game It Out channel. The last time I reviewed this, people were very upset that I reacted to their channel in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to do it again and bug them even further. I'm a chaotic little shitbag. And yeah, let's get to watching this.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out.
Hi,
We're
Josh.
checking out Arknights Endfield today. They were actually kind enough to sponsor this entire video. And why would they do that, you wonder? Well, because there's factory building in this game. And I like to imagine they thought, yeah, let's have the guy that did this and some of this, not to mention this, to showcase the factory building in our game. So if after watching this, you're like, you know what? I want to do some factory building of my own. That's where the link in the description.
Honestly, that is the best thing to do because, like, this shows you, like, you do not have to be optimal in our games. You do not have to go by a specific plan. You can just have fucking fun and it'll work out for you in the end, okay? Sure, if you go the optimal route, if you follow, like, blueprints and schematics, you'll probably do a much better job. But you know what? You can do your own fucking thing. You can go crazy, you can go ham, and you'll still have fun. So honestly, Josh is a perfect person to get to showcase your game for this sort of thing, okay? He's a perfect person for it. Because he's just going to break the damn thing.
Can help you out because this game is available for PC, PS5, and mobile, and it's free. Anyway, let's get into it. New game, but let us set the stage a little bit. First, we gotta pick our character, and as you can see, our cool jackets and sweet sweaters are not optional. Neither is hiding our eyes, ooh-woo. And you might be thinking to yourself, what in tarnation? This doesn't look
hiding our eyes, ooh-woo.
like a factory game. Well, hold on to your horses, Judgy. It's not just a factory game. It's also got story and characters and dialogue. And we're not just a pretty mask. We can also run, fight, and do all kinds of story stuff. Or because this game just knows. Not only can you skip story elements, but it'll give you a nice little summary. And to do all those things effectively, that's where the factory building comes in. Behold, the AIC, which stands for something. Wait, no, I remember now. Automated Industry Complex. Also known as the heart of our automation madness. So let's get started. But first we need to head over here so I can show you something. Here, look, we have minerals. And we could just go up to these things and smack them until they fly onto the ground like that. And then we could take this originium ore right off the ground. Like a bunch of commoners. Or we could...
Originium? That's an original name. But, I'll see myself up.
Take advantage of this node, giving us an unlimited amount. But in order to mine from that node, we gotta head back over here to the AIC, where we can access the facility list. And for starters, we're gonna build this portable originium rig, mining rig for digging up originium ore. Does not need to be connected to the power grid, we'll get to that in a bit, as it powers itself. And if we head on over here to the construction tab...
How long is the video? Feel like I'll be laughing the whole way through? The video is about 30 minutes. So, get ready for about an hour. I tend to, lengthen videos quite a bit. Yes, hype.
We need 5 of these things, which we don't have yet. Ah, Oreo crust. Don't worry, they're easy to create. All we need to do is first build this thing, the refining unit, because...
I was not expecting Oreo crust.
In order to build that, all we need is 5 of these. The ore we just picked up. And I already have 518 of that, because previously I ran around for a while. And me and my team had the hardest battle of our lives, taking turns beating up the ore. It is nice, though. Your party members help pick stuff up, which means...
At least your party members are useful. Are you interested in that game? A little bit. Star, I think, is more interested in it, because I think she's actually looking to play it. But, well, I'd be down to give it a try at some point, I think. It is fun. Nice. Wait, Rose, weren't you, like, fully against, like, gacha-style games? But this one's, like, 100% free, like Genshin, just... You have the ability to spend money on it. You have the ability to. Oh, let me just
You have more time to stand there and do nothing. Or in her case, you get to watch as she tries very, very hard to hit that last piece, while the rest of your team looks around like, not my job. Don't
Oh, she's a trying. Wait.
worry, I'm sure as we walk off, she'll figure it out herself. Yep, see, there she is.
She's trying. She was trying.
It's just like a magic trick. Anyway, let's build a couple of these. And construct. There we go, now we have 4 of them. And now that we have these things, we gotta place them down somewhere in our factory. I mean, I'm just gonna place it wherever for now, who cares? Okay, now it's time to use it in unpowered. You said it. What are we, engine?
Even the character was upset with that.
Anyway, luckily this isn't a problem. We basically need to make sure that this thing is powered by connecting it to this thing. No problem, we just need some electric pylons. Once connected to the power grid, this pylon can wirelessly power all infield facilities within a sizable area of effect, which only take the ore to build, so we're gonna build a bunch. And you know it's working because once we place it down, you can see the little wireless transmission power cord thingy connecting from the pylon back to the main thingy, which means if we put one over here next to our refining unit, now it's nice and powered. Finally, the fun can begin.
Okay, so, I mean, that's not too bad. And it looks nice. It doesn't look... And it doesn't look terrible either. Like, because I know that in games like Ark Survival Evolved, when they require you to, like, hook your machines up to other machines in order to get power to them, you have these gross wires going all over the goddamn place. Meanwhile, they just have these additional pylons. You must construct additional pylons. And then it just powers things in the a small area, which isn't bad. Which isn't bad. I like that, and it kind of like fits the whole aesthetic. Just wait until you get to a lot of buildings and so much more power. Yeah, I can believe it.
It's refining time. Okay, so here's basically how this works. As you play the game, you get access to new recipes, like this one that makes the original pizza crust, which turns this unsophisticated
Again, I had a mouthful, bud.
ore into this. Why, yes, I would like that very much. And hey, look at that. The moment I drag it in, there it goes. Just refining a new one every 2 seconds. And I could just click claim all and take what it's got and then let it build up more. Or we could do something a little more fancy, like these right here, conveyor belts, which we can lay out anywhere, so long as it's in the yellow boundary. And after we place it, oh, here it comes right now. Uh-oh, it's reaching the end. What's gonna happen? Oh dear, we have a traffic jam. That's fine, I'll kind of bring it down here, and then I'll like run it over here, and then maybe over here, before finally going into this chute right here. Yes, there we go, it's perfect. Go ahead and deposit yourself into the automation core. That also means that I could go to one of these outports, tell it that I want Originium ore to come out of it, and then I can run that conveyor belt too. And then I can just take that and run it into the machine. That way I don't have to keep feeding the refining unit. I can let the conveyor belts do that for me, and thus production continues. And it's not a perfect system or anything, because after all, we have this ore coming out automatically. But if you recall, I got this ore by beating up on crystals. Fun, yes. Automatic, no. But that's where the portable rig...
We need automation. Also, I'm already seeing where this can get so chaotic. I'm going to have a dedicated site to just making batteries. Oh no.
comes in. After all, now that we've got our refined flavor crystals, we can start making them. So I'll make a couple for now, and then we can head back over to the node, clear all this riffraff out of the way, and let's go ahead and place our portable rig right there. Okay, look at it go. Yeah, you get in there. And there we go. Now it's just mining this on its own. And there's another one right over here, so we'll place that one too. And this is one step better, but it's still not automatic. After all, to collect it, we still have to run up to it ourselves, reach our hands in there, and then remove it ourselves. And if we're not paying attention, like we run out into the world and want to do stuff, and by stuff I usually mean finding people to casually beat up. By the time I make it back, I'm greeted with this symbol. Clogged? Can only hold 50 at a time.
Oh, that's
well, I don't
rude.
have to pay attention. But don't worry, you're not stuck having to do that for very long. Because before you know it, we can upgrade to the mining rig. Requires power, but can mine Originium and Amethyst. And to make it, we're gonna need two things we already have.
I don't know what Amethyst does in this game. I know what Amethyst is, but I don't know what it does in this game. But it sounds like an upgraded form of whatever the hell the other stuff is. I like how the first ore you have is called Originium, and then the very next item you get, or the next thing that you're able to mine up, is Amethyst. That seems like an interesting pattern.
The portable rig as well as our oregano crust. So we'll just come back over here. Give me that. And
Stop it! He's gonna get a different name.
And that one too. And before you know it, 2 fresh electric mining rigs. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. In all your unpowered glory. And now this time around, building one of our pylons is not going to be enough. Because as you can see, it is also unpowered. So we need to find a way to get power to this pylon from this thing. But don't worry, there's a solution for everything. And that's what the relay towers are for. Can be used to transmit power to other facilities within an 80-meter radius. And look, it only takes these things. I don't know if there's anything it can't do. Okay, now we get to place one of these things, which I guess the smart thing to do would be to place this thing like between the 2 nodes, since we're gonna need to power both of them. And as I put it down, you might notice that it still says unpowered, but that's okay. Here's where the magic comes in. We hit start transmission, and now we drag a cord behind us, basically, and we run all the way back to the main thingy and connect it. See, there we go. We can
That's an interesting way of doing it. I kind of like that.
can see the connection going all the way from over there over to there, and then we can go to the relay tower now that it has power and run one of these things over to the pylon, and now the mining rig has power, and there we go. It just starts mining on its own. And here's the great thing about this: it has
Yes, you know my ancient metal Suprillium? It is unfortunately outclassed by the next metal, steel. That's exactly it. That is exactly it.
2 modes: storage mode, which is just like the other portable rig, or belt-free mode, where through the power of wireless transfer, it just sends it back to my depot. Wow, Wi-Fi in the future is crazy. And that's our first foray into automation. We got a mineral so that we could build a thing that takes that thing, turns it into another thing so that we can store that thing, and then use that thing to build other things so that we can better mine the thing to use the thing that we're making for the thing.
Automation. Automation. I love the Bluetooth electricity. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Also, hi, Ginger.
We've done so good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you know these relay thingies? One of my favorite things in this game is you're gonna end up having to put them in random weird places, because you never know what you're gonna need to power, or where you're gonna need to power it. Hello there, evildoers. Can I interest you in a relay tower for your travels? Ow, hey! I was just trying to help. Oh, and I guess you do use this stuff for
Could I interest you, weary travelers, in a relay tower? I'm sure it will be very helpful for you.
like puzzles. Like this thing needs to be charged so you can get in here. Okay, we'll put up a relay tower, and then we'll just run a really long cord as far as it'll allow us to go, and then we'll build another relay tower, and then run this one another 80 meters. Whoops! Well, didn't mean to do that, but whatever. But I guess that's where we're building this now. Hope you guys don't mind. Pardon me, guys, I just need to come through your space to do some wiring.
Oh,
anyway,
no.
before you know it, all these things are connected, and you can finally put power to that thing. And then open up this door and get the real...
That looks like it could be a little bit of chaos, and looks like you might need to make like hundreds of those relay towers. Can I offer you a nice relay rig in this trying time?
Prize. Beating up boxes and stealing someone else's stuff. If you didn't want me to take this amethyst component, you shouldn't have left it lying around.
I mean, it's true.
And then you can just stand on top of these boxes and scream and yell at the bad guys. Yeah, who goes there? Don't mind me, sir. I'm just observing. It's like I'm in the zoo and I'm watching an exhibit. Except they can't hit me, but I can hit them. So long,
game mechanics.
sucker. And you can just line these things up and make a nice little border around your entire base. And not only can they be wired to the thingy in the center, as beautiful as that
Okay, that legitimately just looks sci-fi as hell. I love it.
looks, you can also connect them to each other. Yeah, look at that.
Why am I not surprised?
Nice, beautiful weave of power lines. I went around and connected every single one of these to every single other one, and you may notice that some of these don't look connected.
I'm watching you on mute, and I can tell you're watching Let's Game It Out. Let's Game It Out's newest video, right? All you have to do is look at this one picture, and suddenly it's like, Let's Game It Out, gotcha. I've figured out what's going on.
to all of them. Like, that one should have a lot more connections. And it actually does. It's just that at some point while I was doing this, as I was running around connecting them, it started to say this. Area has too many power transmission connections. Some connections cannot be displayed normally. Well, that's fine. I'm still gonna do it. I want us to have our nice artificial roof overhead. I also noticed that we can enter something called top view, which you would normally use to get a better look at your factory and build easier. Except something tells me it's gonna be less useful now that I put stuff all over the place. I mean, we still can see the belts. It's just, a little hard to see for some
It looks a little chaotic. Also, it looks like you might have a jam.
reason. Also, why is nothing moving? What in tarnation is going on here? Clogged? But how? You should
Spider webs. Exactly. Electrical spider webs that don't catch anything except for Wi-Fi signals.
be feeding back into the main thingy, and then we shouldn't have this problem. What? You're clogged too? Oh, I think I see the problem. It looks like this facility can hold about 8,000 each, and for both our ore as well as our Oreo crust, we've reached maximum capacity. Wow, it took me long.
That one didn't get me because you used Oreo crust already. Ah.
Longer to do this power line business than I thought. I didn't realize we churned out 8,000 of these things. Luckily, there's more stuff we can do. Like, we know about refining units, but can I introduce you to the shredding units, which heavily pulverizes various materials? Be still my mask, this is just too much. So we're gonna build
Be still my mask.
a bunch to try them out. And let's place them down and see what kind of fun we can have with them. So for the shredding unit,
Also, where is it? Where?
build a bunch to try them out. And let's place them. Be still my mask, this is just
Okay, also, can we just acknowledge that, once again, they made your protagonist like every other Isekai main character. Short, black, kind of wavy hair, simple jawline, very generic clothing. I mean, it's a little less generic, but, you know, it fits the actual aesthetic of the game and is generic for this game. No features. It's just a basic character. There's nothing fancy going on with this guy at all. At least in Genshin, your main character was like a little interesting looking and looked like they fit in while also stuck out. This character just looks like every other Isekai character, except he has a mask on. So, Eminence and Shadow.
just too much. So we're gonna build a bunch to try them out. And let's place them down and see what kind of fun we can have with them. So for the shredding unit, we gotta feed it something. We're gonna take the minerals we're already mining and grind them up into more stuff. And since
In Genshin, you get a blonde twink with exposed tummy. True. I gave him a birthmark. No birthmark. Blank slate only. Exactly. They have to be the blankest of slates so that you can put yourself in place of them easier. I don't know why they have to do this in every fucking anime, but it's just getting so annoying.
there's two things to grind up, we're gonna put two of these things perfectly aligned with each other, as you can see.
Oh, yeah,
now
perfect.
all we need to do is run some conveyor belts. As you can see, this side has 3 out ports, as does the other side. And you're probably wondering, why don't I just split this off? We need that ore in 2 places after all, which now is as good a time as any to introduce you to this. Behold, skill unlocks. Look at this, we've got categories for resourcing, logistics, processing, power, and combat. And as you can see, we've already unlocked a bunch of stuff, like mining 1 and mining 2. And over here in logistics, we've already unlocked stuff like the transport belts. But down here is what we're looking for. Belt splitting. The splitter can split 1 belt into 2 or 3 belts.
Ooh, getting fancy, are we? Lead artist, what is a recognizable silhouette? True. Just replace his head with a clock and give him 12 murder hobos. That'll make a good protagonist. Honestly? Yeah.
And then past that, we can also get belt bridging. A transport belt to cross over another intersecting belt without interfering with the product flows of both. Well, I think we need these, right? So let's unlock basic AIC the second. And we can't go too nuts quite yet. As you can see, we have a basic AIC index of 5. And these are like points to spend on unlocks. Which the way we increase that is me and the team run around the world looking for wacky inflatable dancing tube people. Then we run up to them.
Editor free. Make sure you put in the thing from Family Guy. The wacky inflatable arm flailing.
Activate them out of existence, and it increases our basic AIC index. And through that, we can do more unlocks, which is good because just unlocking this belt splitting is gonna cost 1 of our 7 little cubes. But it has to be done, so gimme it. And not just the splitters, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need the belt bridging too. So let's go ahead and get that too. What do you think, Dragon?
Yeah, need to be able to bridge your belts, especially for Josh. We all know what's about to happen.
Face, you think this is gonna go well?
Also, why is Dragonface just a normal dude, but he's just got this weird dragon head? Like, he's just a human. He's just a regular guy, but his head is a dragon. I mean, clock heads are common now, also TV heads and radio heads. So we need, like, more obscure appliances. Air filtration heads? Ooh, humidifier head. Also, wasn't Radiohead from, like, the 90s? How is Dragonhead going to get out of that shirt? That's the funny part. You don't.
Yeah, me too. Okay, anyway, let's get started on this. We already have ore coming out of here, and on this belt, we're gonna put a splitter. Now we're gonna split it off this way and move it over yonder like this. Yes, good, things are coming out. And now it's time for the belt bridge that'll jump the thing over the thing. Yes, crossover in ways you didn't need to. It's perfect. Yep. And now we'll run that back over here, and we'll go ahead and plug this straight in like that. And okay, good, everything is working as intended. But let's see, in order to keep things flowing, we should probably add some more splitters.
I'm not liking the fact that the ground hasn't changed, but I'm sure that he's just, like, skipped that sort of step. It's weird that you're putting this all on, like, a nice grassy field. And that the conveyors are just, like, these little hologram light trails. Make the clock on fire. That'd make them more relatable. No, then you're just getting into hell of a boss.
So let's see, I'll just take one and put one right there, like that. And then we'll put a bridge right here. And then another bridge right here. And then we'll just run these across all of these like this. Yes, everything is now moving, giving us the illusion of efficiency. And then we'll just run this one over here and right into the machine. Yes, it's looking better already. But I do worry that this one conveyor port right here is not going to be enough to supply all of that. So let's just go ahead and open up a second one. Oh yeah, this is working great. Now we have 3 lanes of traffic. The game is letting me know that many things are clogged right now.
Oh,
but let's not focus on that too much. We're not done building yet. Because after all, once we add the out conveyor belts, see, clogged no more-ish. Oh, right, I guess we should use all 3 ports. Oh, and we can't forget to set this one up too. While that other one is making the originium powder, this other one's gonna make the Origio Crust powder. So you know the
Okay, Origio Crust was new.
We'll just put down a splitter here, then all the way over here, and then in it goes. And because we still have 8,000 of these things in our depot, we'll just lazily pull the rest straight from the depot. And for completion's sake, we'll fill up the 3rd one too. So instead, I'll just pull it from this bell. Why not? I mean, hey, if it works, right? And it sure does look like it's working. Okay, so now we've got our 2 piles of powder. What are we gonna do with that? Actually, I don't need to wonder. The game will tell me. All I need to do is click on a thing, and then click on this thing, which brings me to the database. Oh, silly me. We can't make anything with it yet. Not until we research new technologies for it. I mean, that's okay. We'll just run these things back into the depot. I mean, it's not for nothing. Everything eventually is gonna have some use. That said, don't worry, there's still hope for us. Like, there's all kinds of stuff we're gonna need. Look down here at gear assembly. Like,
oh no. He's got... His entire base is already primarily just a bunch of conveyor belts, which is pretty apt for how this guy works. But also, like, oh no.
let's say you need to make some armor for your people here. Who doesn't want to wear this sick-looking clean suit? And for that, one of the things we're gonna need is this, the amethyst component. And as we can see, to make that, we need actually 2 things. We need originium and amethyst, and we need to take those things and refine them into these 2 things. And then we shove those into a gearing unit, and it turns into a CD-ROM drive. And for that, we're gonna...
Interesting. Ow. Thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate you.
Need some amethyst. Luckily, I can see it from here. So you know the drill, come over here, find one of them nodes, slap one of those electric mining rigs right on top of it, and let it airdrop amethyst back to our depot. And now back over here at base, we just need to find a place to shove this, and then run up to one of the out ports, set it to amethyst ore, run our amethyst right out of the depot, and run it all the way to the refining unit. Okay, there we go, now it's making that thing. That amethyst tickler. Wait, what is it? What is this? Oh, amethyst fiber.
Tickler. You're also watching a game someone is streaming right now. Oh, well, yeah. This is Arknights. Of course there's going to be people playing this game.
Then let's take this thing here called a gearing unit, smack that down anywhere there's space, and this thing is where we're gonna make the amethyst component. I love this about games like this. Just think of the unique mess you can make that's all your own. If you're finding it hard to follow this horrible heap I've made, that's
good.
It's okay. There's a lot of crap going all over the place. But the important part is that everything goes where it's supposed to go, which is to say in convenient little boxes. And then before you know it, we've got amethyst components coming in. I mean, in case you were wondering what these are my Valley stock bills. You get them by beating up enemies, but also by the
Valley stock bills? What?
outpost order rewards, which is to say you'll do quests that unlock other little outposts and stuff, which allows for even more factory building. Anyway, the important part is
more factories, more! Also, let me just check something here really quick. Arknights. Arknight currently has 2.9k followers.
there's things we can trade. So for example, one of the things we can trade is good old-fashioned Origicrust, which means for the second building site, we can just use all the excess Originium ore we have, run it from our sub-pack into a bunch of refining units, watch as it slowly moves Origicrust at you like it's Guitar Hero, and before you know it, you've got a stockpile of stuff you can sell.
Man, if you can play this Guitar Hero game, oh my god, you really know life that game. That is like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 2 hands worth of button pressing.
Origicrust at you like it's Guitar Hero. And before you know it, you've got a stockpile of stuff you can sell for sweet, sweet regional cash. Well, don't mind if I do. Anyway, now that we've got both, it's time to craft a clean suit. What a thing of beauty. And now the only question that remains is which one of my extremely fashionable people is going to be wearing my dorky vest? Well, that's a trick question. All of them will be. Well, I think I've made a good and horrible mess of this factory. Let's fast forward a little bit and let me show you another one. Okay, and here we are in Wuling City. And as you can see, I got something of a glow up. You know, just me and my new best buds. This game has a lot of colorful characters to unlock. And speaking of, here we are in our brand new AIC. Full of lush greenery and a 70 tier waterfall. Ah, glorious.
Wonderful.
Anyway, this one's got other goals we're gonna have to do. And let's start by placing this thing. This factory isn't gonna build itself. And this new area incorporates something very exciting. Liquids. Hey, I can't just jump into that, can I?
Sure can, but you can't swim. Like any anime character. They have way too much gear on them to be able to swim.
Maybe don't do that. But if we take a look at our skill tree here, look at all this. Pipes, pipes, and more pipes. Not to mention all kinds of fluid stuff. But don't worry, we'll explain. First things first, we need to start our power network. This new facility is all about using something called Zeronite. And as you can see from the sidebar, there's all kinds of things we can make with it. But first we need to get some at all, and that's where the Forge of the Sky is gonna come in. Facility for making
Forge of the Skies?
Zeronite-based products. But in order to make this thing, we're gonna need these Ferium parts. And how do we make that? Well, I'll show you. Basically, we need to follow this process. First, we have to find a mining spot, then we have to mine it into Ferium ore, and then we have to refine it into Ferium. Luckily, when we look up the Ferium ore, we can just click on Ferium mining spots, and it'll just show us a bunch in the area. And it turns out that one right there is not that far from where we are. Oh, I think that's just like right up there. Well, let's go get it. Whoops.
You're doing great, bud.
Excuse me, I gotta be more careful around all that water. Ah, here we go. There it is now. Now, eventually, we'll put automated miners on this, but for now, we're just gonna beat up all the ores so we can get started quicker. Because these spots require electric mining rigs Mark II, which in addition to this old favorite, also requires Ferium parts to make.
Wait, so you can't just take your miners from your previous one and place them over here. You need to have, like, the miners from the new location, or for it to, I mean, I guess that's a good way to, like, attach your game to, like, a progression system, but it seems very convoluted.
So we'll get there soon enough. Until then, this should be enough for now. Okay, we're so close. All we have to do is refine it into this thing and then fit it into that thing. So first things first, let's put down a refining unit. I also like how as you build this, your companions...
You slapped me. You slapped the slime out of me. The hell? Okay, so he's being pretty normal about this one. I mean, he probably could have put that down facing the machine so that, you know, the path would have just been a little easier. But, you know, it's not too bad.
just love to stand in the way. And if you really want to, you can edit them out of the equation and phase them out of existence for a time. Anyway, you'll notice it's still unpowered. And that's because for right now, we're gonna have to use the old style of power. Disgusting. Even the game lets me know. Zeronite relays can automatically connect with other Zeronite power facilities. Yeah, I know, game, we're trying to build it. Anyway, now that the Ferium ore is coming in, it's getting automatically refined into regular old Ferium. And then set up a fitting unit, run that thing from over there to over here, wait for that thing to go into the thing, and look, it's making that thing we need.
Hey,
we did it! And now we can make the Forge of the Sky. We're not done yet, though. To get this thing to produce Zeronite, we need to make water and also stabilized carbon. And in order to make that stabilized carbon, first we need to make dense carbon powder, which is comprised of these two different powders, carbon and sandleaf powder. To make that, we're gonna have to shred some carbon. But in order to make that carbon, we're gonna have to refine it from this. Buck
flower? What the hell?
Flour. Likewise, we're gonna have to get some sand leaf. Oh, the fun never ends. Luckily, if you run around the world, this stuff is everywhere. And also, here is some sand leaf. And now back here in the AIC, we're gonna build something called the seed picking unit, a facility that extracts seeds from common crops. And thank God it's easy to make. See these things? These are called amethyst parts, which we already have, because you remember our first factory? You remember the ticklers? If we had a fitting unit somewhere, we can drag those extra parts over to it, and then we're covered for the amethyst parts we need. And now we can make a couple of these with ease. Oh boy, are you ready? Look how exciting this thing looks. All we have to do is take our buck flower, put it over here like this. And for every one buck flower, we get 2 seeds. Now we're gonna build this, the planting unit, a cultivating silo for growing various common plants and crops. And to build it, we're gonna need 10 carbon. Luckily, we can make that in a refiner using our plants, which we're gonna need to do anyway for the other thing. So we'll just put this over here. And in this case, I'm just gonna hand deliver all 10. And there you go. Before you know it, we have our 10 carbon. And now we can make our 1 planting unit. And we're gonna take this planting unit and put it right near the seed picking unit, like so. And now here's my favorite part. We'll connect a conveyor belt between the two. And now go the 2 whole seeds we have into this thing over here. It automatically turns those seeds into plants. So it basically turned our 1 plant into a seed that turned into 2 plants. And those 2 plants turn into 4 seeds. And now we have 4 plants. And before long, we just have an unbroken chain of this process going. So much so that we're gonna have seeds coming from all 5 of these conveyor belts. And likewise, we're gonna make sure that there's 5 ways for it to go back in. There we go, things are looking great. We can't expand this though, through the glory of splitters. So we can just run these plants out here and back into the refining unit. And now we have more carbon, and then we can make another planting unit.
But didn't you need a second flower? So are you just going to make another one of these massive units to make nearly infinite amounts?
Place it kind of close to your other stuff. Add some more splitters so you can send those seeds back into the other thing so that this thing can make more plants. And then you can go over here and get even more carbon, make even more of these, and then just add another seed picking unit, and then another planting unit, and another seed picking unit.
Buddy? I think you might be going a little overboard. I think you might be going overboard.
And on. Overhead is really helping for all of this. Truly, our plant production could not be more simple. Oh, and you know what's exciting too? We can highlight all this, essentially everything about this whole production, and we can save it as a blueprint. Don't mind if I do. Sir, plants a lot. Description, I'm sorry. And there we go.
You're not sorry enough.
Anytime we need to do another one of these things, go over to place, and okay, let's see, where can we put this? You know, how about right here? That's probably good, right? And you might be asking yourself, why on earth would I want 2 of these? Because don't forget, on our journey to make Zeronite, we're also gonna need this sandleaf plant.
Okay, once again, this is a perfect way to highlight all the aspects of the game on how you're able to use the functions of the game to just break it in ways that you really don't need to. But if it's fun, who cares?
And so that we can make this powder, so that we can combine it with our carbon powder, so that we can grind it into dense carbon powder. Uh-oh, but now we have a new problem. Insufficient power, 315 out of 200. Oh dear, but how could this happen to us? Don't worry, all we need to build is this. The thermal bank is a facility that converts originium ore or batteries into electrical power. And all we really need to do is place them somewhere so they're connected to the grid. I mean, that's not all we have to do. We need to put something inside of it that's gonna generate that power. And as you can see, different different things give us different amounts of power. Like, yeah, we could just use good old-fashioned Originium ore and get ourselves 8 seconds of 50 power, but we're gonna do this one because we have the materials for it. To make that battery, all we need is Ferium parts, and you might recognize this. It's Originium powder, which we've been making in horrific abundance at our other place. So first, let's go harvest a little bit more Ferium ore. We can't do automated miners yet because they would need power, but your party members work for free, so that works. Except her. I guess she's just vibes only. But first things first.
Vibes only. That's all I do.
First, we are gonna feed just normal old Originium to these, because it's that, or I delete all this stuff back here to get our power back. And that sounds like way too much work. So instead, we'll just set all this up. Oh, and look at that, we're looking good. Now we have 350 available power. No.
Gets paid in vibes. Exactly.
Excuse me, 400. No, wait, 350. And now 300. It's burning through this stuff faster than it can maintain the power. But whatever, that's good enough for now. As long as it can continue to make these things, and then long enough to set up me making the battery, that'll be good enough for me.
There you go.
Oh my god, it's happening. And then they go back into the depot. And then we'll switch this over to the battery. Okay, now we're talking. Look at that kind of power.
Oh, there
and
we
just
go.
to make sure this production line never stops, we finally have the means to start making mining rigs. And now our Ferium needs are squared away. Meanwhile, setting up this second plant factory should be pretty easy. I mean, I say that. I can't really remember where it starts. I guess it doesn't matter so long as I put it into something. I don't think it should take much. I think if we just put the one sand leaf in there, everything should handle itself. That one flower is turning into so many others. Anyway, while that's getting underway, let's focus back on that carbon we needed to do.
The one flower is about to multiply exponentially.
As a reminder to this convoluted mess I've made for myself, Zeronite is what we're after. And right now in this process, we are right here. So the next step is setting up shredding machines so that we can turn those into powdered form. And now we'll just run the carbon over here. And look, there's our sand leaf. I do believe it's splitter time, so we can have that too. And now let's set up 1 shredder and 2 shredders. And now it's making the powder we need.
Yay!
Oh, you know what I actually forgot? As part of my original blueprint, it's also grinding up carbon over here. Well, I think I know what to do. Let's reroute one of these so that we can bring the flowers right through here. And now we have a second source of carbon and sand leaf that we can grind up. Remember what Bob Ross used to always say? There are no mistakes.
No mistakes, only happy accidents and chaos.
Sometimes you make a thing and forget that you already made the thing, so now you have double the things, and that's probably okay because you're probably gonna need them anyway. I mean, I think that's what he said. Either way, we've got a bunch of the things we're gonna need. Now all we need to do is shove them through a grinding unit to make this thingy. Oh my goodness, and they're huge. Yeah, sure, we can make this work. In you go. Yes, there we go. Clean implementation as always. And there it is, making dense carbon powder. All we need now is to refine it in a stabilized carbon. Now, the smart thing to do would probably be put it like right over there. But I mean, it's not that big of a machine, so why not shove it like, yeah, right there like that. What could possibly go wrong doing this?
Perfect.
And look how easy it is to connect it. It's great. I've even got space to use all 3 ports. Oh
hey,
yeah, there it goes.
let's go.
As it converts it into land tiles from Settlers of Catan. And at long last, we're gonna shove this into the Forge of the Sky, if I can remember where it is. Let's see, I think it's, oh yeah, it's right there. I genuinely cannot believe this is all working. And now there's only one thing we have to do before we get Zeronite out of this thing. We have to add water. At long last, our day has come. It's pipes o'clock, and for that, we're gonna need the fluid pump.
He's so excited to deal with water.
Facility for pumping fluids. Okay, let's see. How does this thing place? I guess we just kinda... Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Well, it's nice to know it's that easy. But wait, can we place these somewhere else? Like, can I place them on the bridge? Oh, good, you can. I'm gonna assume that means we can place them over here, too. And the answer is yes. Well, I think we're gonna stick to using this one because it's the most in the way. Okay, so let's see.
Perfect.
I think we can just run a pipe from here and... Oh, yeah, look at that. Look how easy this is. And when I place it down, we can see that it's transparent so that we can tell the water's really flowing through there.
That's
And
nice.
let's see, let's take the long way around, because I would love to know exactly how long these pipe systems can be. Oh, well, there you go.
Oh.
Single pipeline length exceeded. Connect to a facility or another pipeline. But what about if I use a pipe splitter and then I continue it? Oh, good.
There
Looks
we
like that
go.
works.
He
Yes,
figured it
good.
out.
Let the
He figured it out. You also get to see the fish? Wait, there's fish that go into the pipe as well? Oh, those poor fish.
journey commence. And now every time the game is like, no, it's too long, all I have to do is back up, put down another splitter, and let the journey continue.
Yay.
And I'm a big fan of these pipes because they can go outside the core AIC area. So you really can just run pipes all over the place, up to and including outside your base. Yes, good. This is what I was hoping for. Wow, look at all this nice...
Where are you going, bud? Hi, Bob.
Scenery out here. Sure would be a shame if we made it all awful looking with pipes. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Aw, what do you mean that's not working? I lined up everything perfectly. Well, I'm outraged. Wait, never mind, it's coming through. I'm not gonna question it.
Works.
Pipes are truly magical, and I found an even easier way to keep going with this without having to stop and place a splitter. If you cross over another pipe, it'll automatically put down one of those bridge pieces. And in doing so, I think it resets how long you can make these pipes. What a dream come true. Well, so far I'm pleased. It sure was nice of them to let me build my garbage all over their nice land. And now that we're heading back to our base, now I have to know. Given all this nonsense, is it still gonna work when we shove it into the Forge of the Sky? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. I guess we'll know for sure if the water catches up.
The entire river system is currently within the pipes. The entire river system. Every single one of it. Are the like pipes and the conveyor belts just free? Do they cost anything?
Oh yeah, there it is. And now it's automatically making Zeronite. And there we go. Not only is the water here, but it's immediately maxed out. What exceptional flow on all those pipes. And after all
Immediately maxes it out. Oh my god.
that, we finally have our Zeronite, which, oh boy, is this awkward. I didn't leave any space for us to place conveyor belts to get it to leave this facility. But luckily, we can fix that real fast. We'll just click and hold to move it, and I'll just shove it down here somewhere. There, that was easy. We also don't have to run it.
And now he gets to move the, make the pipes even longer. Hooray! They cost the lives of the fish. They cost the lives of the fish, they accidentally suck. Oh, okay, so as long as there's still fish lives in the pond, you get more pipes. Gotcha.
Back over to the main depot. We can use something called a protocol stash, which can teleport items back to the depot. So instead, I'm just gonna place one of those right here, and then all I need to do is run one conveyor belt, and into the protocol stash it goes. And every 8 seconds, it'll get transferred over to the depot. What a deal. And the whole reason we did this is so we can make Zeronite relays and Zeronite pylons. Basically, it's like these ones, except we don't have to wire them. Here, watch, I'll show you. So let's say I were to put this Zeronite relay right here. Just like the other stuff, I still need to place it within 80 meters of whatever the closest connection point is. But now when I place it, it just automatically connects. I don't have to wire anything.
Well, isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely?
Which means it's oh so convenient when I'm running around the world and I can be like, okay, time to place another one. Which also means as you're running through the city centers, you can place your things in there too, while still making sure that everything you place down is a beautiful eyesore. I'm sure when they were setting up their sampling station, they were really into the idea that I would just place a giant power relay in the way.
Oh my god. The citizens of this world must hate your guts.
And here's something else fun we can do with water. You see all this water over here? If we put a fluid pump down here, and then we look at the information, we can see that it only has 45 of 45 clean water, which is different from this one over here, where it has infinite clean water. So what is the difference, you may wonder? You may notice that as it's pulling the water out and holding it in the fluid pump, all the water is going away. Well, that's just lovely.
Oh no. Oh no. They gave him a weapon. He's going to ruin the entire ecosystem. Oh no.
I'm sure the village is very happy about this. And unfortunately, the game is smarter than me, because the first thing I tried to do is put like a pylon down here. And it's like, no, of course you can't put one down here. Oh, and if we want to, we can put the water back too. We have this other thing called a fluid supply unit, a facility for dispensing fluids, which means we could take that, connect it to the other river, then run a pipe between the two. And there we go. We fed the infinite river. And you can do it the other direction too if you want. You just have to set it to pull from this side and then send it back over to this side. And then there it goes. I mean, in theory. I guess they're pulling back and forth forever, so not really. This does give me another idea, though. So we have this thing right here called the reactor crucible, a facility for running solid or liquid state chemical reactions. Well, that sure sounds complicated, but basically you would use it to combine clean water with something else to turn it into a delicious...
I was so worried he was going to go to every single, like, body of water that has, like, a set amount and was just going to dry them all up.
looking fluid, like liquid Zeronite. And that shouldn't be too hard. We already have these two things. So let's hook up another water pipe and, you know, this river isn't fancy enough for me. That and I'm kind of curious. You see these waterfalls over here? Do you think we can pull water from that? Surely there's no way, right? I don't know. It sure looks like it thinks it's a water source, so let's see. Aha, victory. Well, okay, here we go. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. The finest water for the finest factory. I'm also really pleased that the game is so flexible with letting me just place pipes wherever I want. Like, it doesn't even care if you place it on top of your conveyor belts. It just places a little stand and it's fine. And
which is very nice, once again. And once again, Josh is the perfect person for you to just be like, take our factory game. You know what I do to factory games. Exactly. This will show people you can just have fun with our game, and we won't mind. We have limitations set onto you, but what you do with it is all up to you.
that's good, because if there's one thing I feel like my factory was missing, was a nice splash of blue color, and now we can have that. Okay, finally the water made it. After a very short trip, and we'll just add
Extremely short.
some of our Zeronite to this. We can see inside the reactor crucible, we can see that the two combine to make this sumptuous new fluid. And as this thing continues to work, we're gonna set up a thing called a fluid tank so that we can make sure to store as much of this as possible. Okay, let's see. I gotta make sure to unload the right pipe. I'm gonna assume it's this one because of the arrows. Yep, there we go. Excellent.
Yay.
We have a brand new exciting color. Slow.
Oh. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sludge.
Slowly but surely filling up this tank. I think you can see where this is going, right? Let's see if we can take this beautiful green liquid, run it back over to the other place, and feed it back to the river. Oh, there it goes. A lovely green color. I'm sure the city will thank us for this. And maybe now that it's got extra vitamins and minerals, maybe now we can swim in it. Ah, well, it was worth
a shot, bud.
The shot. And I was really hoping that it would also pull it out like it's doing here, and then send it back into the other river, but that doesn't appear to be the case. Sadly, it recognizes that the two are not compatible, and because that one is infinite, I don't think it's ever gonna let me.
Yeah, no, they probably did that so that, you know, they're like, we know that there's going to be gremlins. We know that they're going to want to replace the fluids. We need to make sure that you have at least one source that is just normal, clean water, and it's safe, okay? You need to have at least one. Otherwise, you'll just hard lock your entire game.
Dump it in there. But boy, am I still pleased about this. Another thing I can tell you is this game really lets you put these pumps in a lot of, really choice locations. Yeah, I know, sir. I'm surprised, too. Who would have thought this fountain would be a good place for me to pull water from? Don't mind me. I'm just gonna take it away. Honestly, the game navigating stairs with the pipes is probably one of my favorite things. I mean, it's encased in this glass or whatever, so...
Oh, no. It's trying so hard.
I'm sure it's gonna be fine. All this so I can hijack their water and bring it back over to my base, where I've set up a bunch of the fluid supply unit things so that we can just dump all their water downstream so that it can't be enjoyed by the city. And not just that location either. It turns out there's tons of beautiful locales.
He's just stealing the water into his infinite supply. What a kid.
Here with wildlife to disturb, with our horrible technology that's gonna get in the way. Who doesn't love a little progress? Out of the way, kids. Important endfield business coming through.
He really is doing this. He is actually going to as many places as he possibly can and draining all the water.
And if you try hard enough, you can get this game to do some pretty wacky placement. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Come on, pipe. Let me place it all the way down. Yes! Oh, you guys having a little meetup? Well, surely my support poles won't get in your way, right? Oh yeah, things are looking great. This is certainly the kind of factory and city I'm interested in building and living in. I'm sure all the citizens appreciate my contribution to their land as I siphon all of their nation's water and try my hardest to push it downstream as best I can. Well, I'm satisfied with this factory. And this is really only scratching the surface of the stuff you can do.
Oh, I believe it.
And don't forget, you could be playing this game for free. If this looks like something that speaks to you, check out my linky in the description below. And or fire it up on PC, PS5, or mobile. So I hope you had fun. I know.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god. I fucking love it. What? Hey, did you enjoy that? Was it funny? Well, come and check it out live over at twitch.tv/freeform_art. Make sure you put the _art. We have lots of fun there. We enjoy ourselves, and we want to see you over there. So come on and hang out. See you in a bit.